President Bola Tinubu inaugurates roads in Aba, Abia State. First Lady inaugurates Specialist Hospital, School of Nursing in Gombe State.
We are talking on super highways for the first time in the history of this country.
Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, says federal government has delivered on campaign promises. Hello and thanks for joining us on the news at 11 on NTA News 24. We are reaching you live in Abuja, and I'm Zenret Dingmon. Now, President Bola Tinubu has called on Nigerians to draw inspiration from the late Dr. Michael Okpara, former Eastern Region Premier, who worked tirelessly to integrate the Southeast region into the national fabric. The President made the appeal in a message delivered at the inauguration of several road projects initiated by Abia State Governor Dr. Alex Oti. Kelechi Okata reports.
President Bola Tinubu, represented by the Minister of Works, Senator Dave Umahi, praised Abia State Governor Dr. Alex Oti's administration for its notable achievements in infrastructure development. Senator Umahi, who made the remarks during the inauguration of roads in Aba, commended Governor Oti's efforts, stating that the federal government will continue to support the governments that undertake impactful projects. He urged Abia residents to support the governor's initiatives, emphasizing the importance of collective efforts in driving progress.
Let me assure you that we are beginning to have a lot of gains from our reforms. The inflation has come down to below 20%. Our foreign reserve has hit over 42 billion. The GDP is growing by over 4.2%. The worst is over. The words of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Governor Oti expressed gratitude to President Tinubu for his support, particularly the timely release of funds for people-oriented projects.
It is projected that the economic impact of this growth could see the value of our vast gross domestic product rise significantly in the medium to long term. I have no doubt that over the next 12 months, the volume of trade between Aba and other business capitals in the country will double.
The inaugurated projects include key roads such as Port Harcourt Road, Ohank Road, and Ndoki Road, as well as the renovated Michael Okpara Auditorium in Umuahia, a significant cultural and event venue.
I do this in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Amen. The projects are expected to boost economic activities, enhance connectivity, and improve the overall quality of life for Abia residents. In Aba, Kelechi Okata, NTA News.
President Bola Tinubu will depart Lagos on Saturday, October 4th, to Jos Plateau State to attend the funeral prayers in honor of Nana Lydia Lilwada Goshwe, mother of the APC National Chairman, Professor Nentawe Ilwada Goshwe. A statement from Bayo Onanuga, Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, says the President will later address church leaders across the north at the headquarters of the Cooking Church in Jos. The President will later return to Lagos on the same day after the visit. Now, the story of healthcare infrastructural renewal in Gombe State is unfolding with the inauguration of a 100-bed Senator Oluremi Tinubu Mother and Child Specialist Hospital. Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu, while inaugurating the facility built by the Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on SDGs, says the project reflects the commitment of the federal government to providing children with a healthy start in life. State House correspondent Adeni Taiwo reports.
It is day 2 of our maiden visit to Gombe State, and Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu leaves no one in doubt of one of her priorities: improved health care for mother and child. The inauguration of this 100-bed facility, built by Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Sustainable Development Goals and named after her, is not just a fitting climax to her visit, but another marker in the continuing effort of the Bola Tinubu administration to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals.
The commissioning of this hospital is not just the unveiling of a building. It is the opening of doors to life, to hope, and to a healthier future for our mothers and our children. Healthcare, especially maternal and child health, is at the heart of the Renewed Hope agenda of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, which seeks to ensure that every Nigerian child has a healthy start in life and that no mother dies while birthing life. It is my belief that this facility will provide quality health care services, reduce maternal and infant mortality, and bring relief to families in Gombe State and beyond.
This project is being commissioned under the New Hope agenda of Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, a vision grounded in social inclusion, equity, and strategic acceleration of national development outcomes across Nigeria.
The healthcare infrastructural renewal story gets better with the inauguration of another project, this time Gombe State College of Nursing Sciences, built by the state government. She applauded the state government for its focus on the health sector, noting that such synergy between the federal government and the subnationals will yield better dividends for the people. From Gombe in Gombe State, Adeniyi Taiwo, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Renewed Hope Initiative, a pet project of the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has extended its food outreach program to Yobe State, marking the 20th state to benefit from the initiative. The program aims to provide monthly support to vulnerable groups and persons with disabilities across the country. Yunusa Suleiman reports.
Thank you, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, for assist us to these food items.
Umar, a physically challenged, is one of the beneficiaries of the food outreach scheme that provides essential food items to persons with disabilities and other vulnerable groups in order to support their families. The First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, represented by the wife of the Vice President, Hajia Nana Kashim Shettima, says from inception, Yobe State has been a major beneficiary of programs under Renewed Hope Initiative, notably Agricultural Support Program, which empowered 20 women with 500,000 naira each to boost their agricultural activities, as well as 60 million naira grant to 350 senior citizens in the state.
At the Renewed Hope Initiative, our goal is to complement the Renewed Hope agenda of the administration of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, by supporting all Nigerians to strive and achieve their goals irrespective of their condition or status.
Yobe State Governor Mai Mala Buni reaffirmed the state's commitment to the initiative, noting that the state has aligned with the Renewed Hope Initiative through various empowerment programs targeting women and vulnerable groups.
Our administration will continue to partner with the Renewed Hope Initiative to promote the lofty goals of making life more meaningful to the state.
Today's occasion further demonstrates motherly love and the sense of belonging to you that you have consistently given our people with huge, generous support.
So far, the program has covered 20 states, with Bayelsa and Imo states lining up as the next beneficiaries of the initiative. In Damaturu, Yunusa Suleiman, NTA News.
Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, says the federal government under the Renewed Hope agenda has delivered on its campaign promises and deepened commitments in sustaining national development on the right trajectory. The SGF was speaking during an event to honor his chief of staff and wife, during which President Bola Tinubu's presidency within the period of stewardship was brought to the front burner and commended for a job well done as Nigeria marks 65 years of independence.
We are talking on super highways for the first time in the history of this country. And you go to the economy, things are picking up. When this government took over, we had nothing in our foreign reserves. Today we boast of 42 billion in our foreign reserves. Tax reforms have come, and today businessmen are sure of how much they are going to pay as taxes. There is nothing arbitrary about tax administration again. Foreign exchange windows were 4 before this government took over. Today you have only one window. The list is endless.
Look around you, look at the infrastructure, look at what is happening with students, look at basically what is even happening with our foreign reserves, where it was when we took over and where it is now.
The present government is doing so much, placing women in positions of authority, and gradually we'll get there.
The occasion was used to appeal to Nigerians to rally round the renewed hope agenda for political stability, social harmony and economic prosperity of Nigeria and Nigerians. And this is the news at 11 on NTA News 24. We'll bring you more reports right after this break. Stay tuned.
Feel the power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blend in performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African Road.
This is NTA News 24.
Thanks for staying with us. Now, former Nigerian Presidents Olusegun Obasanjo and Goodluck Jonathan joined top military chiefs in calling for renewed national cohesion as the key to overcoming the Boko Haram insurgency and growing unrest across the country. Now, this was at the launch of Scars, Nigeria's Journey and the Boko Haram Conundrum, a new book by former Chief of Defense Staff General Lucky Irabor. Ekene Indulwe reports.
The new book chronicles Nigeria's long and painful fight against Boko Haram, going beyond battlefield strategies to expose the emotional and political scars left by over a decade of conflict. At its core, the book and the message from those who gathered to launch it underscores one urgent truth. National cohesion, not just firepower, is the missing link in the fight against violence and extremism.
Have we taken the steps that we should take? If we have, why are we, after 15 years, Boko Haram is now virtually becoming part of our life? Should we accept that?
It's not a matter of a single story, but I believe as a nation, we have to look at the concept of Boko Haram and approach it differently from the conventional approach.
We are modernizing our armed forces with modern platforms and relevant technology. We are also streamlining intelligence gathering capability and deepening regional partnership to boost collective security.
It is not only a military solution. From my experience, the military solution is just about 25–30% of the solution. There now needs to be a very serious intellectual engagement away from military hardware to begin to deal with the soft issues of life and death.
As a Christian or a Muslim or whatever it is, we must learn to respect one another. We must learn to live with one another.
Former Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo, says the book is not an indictment, but a call to action, an awakening to the need for unity, accountability, and long-term solutions.
It is a national soul-searching presentation. It is an awakening reality to either act dutifully for progress or do nothing and tend towards extinction. May that not be our portion.
Stakeholders at the event expressed optimism that the reflections shared will contribute meaningfully to Nigeria's ongoing journey towards peace, security, and development. In Abuja, Ekene Ndulue, NTA News.
Now, the federal government has launched a major initiative to scale up the treatment of obstetric fistula, a painful and preventable childbirth injury that affects thousands of women across Nigeria annually. At the inauguration of the Fistula Foundation Treatment Network (FFTN) in Nigeria, the Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Alipati, described the initiative as a model of strategic partnership uniting local and international stakeholders to improve maternal health outcomes. Nigeria, he says, carries the world's highest burden of obstetric fistula, with an estimated 114,000 women currently living with the condition and approximately 12,000 new cases recorded annually.
It's a lifeline for women and girls with obstetric fistula, their families and communities who do not have to pay to access care. With this network, expert surgeons' resources and partnerships are mobilized to restore health and hope to women nationwide.
The Ministry of Health brings leadership in improving maternal health across the country. Our partners bring deep expertise in fistula management and awareness building. And fistula survivors, you bring your courage to seek treatment.
And our hope is that we will work together to ensure no woman in Nigeria is left behind.
That I was that girl that was once wet for 6 productive years of my life, and all of a sudden, with the aid of this foundation, I am healed, I am whole.
Other key stakeholders in the national fistula response said the new network will bring together 8 hospitals in grassroots organizations across the country, with the goal to expand free access to life-changing fistula surgeries, with a firm commitment to leave no woman behind. The Fistula Foundation Treatment Network has set an ambitious target, increasing the number of surgeries from 1,400 in 2024 to over 2,500 by 2027. The United Nations Special Envoy on Road Safety, Jean Todt, says it is far more important for countries to focus on preventing road crashes than always responding after they happen. According to him, this approach will go a long way in restoring sanity on the roads. He made the call during a visit to the President of the Court of Appeal, Justice Monica Dongban Mensem. Oyeyemi Ajayi reports.
What began as a courtesy call to the President of the Court of Appeal soon turned into a deeper conversation about road safety. In company of the Corps Marshal of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Shehu Mohammed, discussions centered on the urgent need for stronger preventive measures rather than reactive ones. Both sides agreed that many lives could have been saved if preventive systems had been prioritized.
I want to appeal that the World Day of Remembrance should be given the status of a convention at the United Nations, so that the issues of victims of road crash can be more be more focused and given more attention.
The United Nations envoy further stressed the need for countries to provide accurate statistics and realistic data, noting that such transparency will improve global road safety strategies.
We need to prevent 12 victims. We don't want victims. And we have the prescriptions from education, law enforcement, quality of roads, quality of vehicles, quality of post-crash cares.
He also encouraged the adoption of the UN standard helmets, describing them as life-saving. John Todd revealed that the United Nations is ready to support Nigeria in setting up a factory to produce helmets that meet international standards. Oyeyemi Ajayi, NTA News.
In a renewed call for action, a northern socio-cultural group, Arewa 100% Focus, is urging collective responsibility among youths to tackle the growing challenges of insecurity in Nigeria's northern region. The organization believes that sustainable progress can only be achieved if the younger generation is actively involved in rebuilding the region. At the inaugural meeting of the new leadership of the organization, members emphasized the need for youth to emulate the values and selfless leadership of notable northern figures who over the decades sacrificed for the growth and stability of Arewa.
So all of us who are from Arewa, what is happening to Miss A is also happening to Mr. B. So we want to see what we can do to support them, to learn from our leaders before they leave, and to create a lot of value-added program that will change the life of our young people that are coming from that region, so that in connection more especially to the nation.
The National Open University of Nigeria (NAUN) is working assiduously to leverage the digital platform in delivering lecture and through developing software that will aid the institution to improve on content creation and delivery to the students. This is coming from the Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Oluremi Peters, at a briefing highlighting the university's efforts to further create digital literacy in the country.
And for us in Africa, this is actually what we require, because open source gives us many advantages. The major advantage is that it's free. The second advantage is that you can customize it to suit your own delivery pattern. And when you customize, it means your staff that are doing the customization are actually learning on the job. And you can also integrate it with all other apps, all other applications that will help you to be able to deliver your lecture.
To this end, the university for the first time will host an ICT-based conference designed to align its operations with its mandate of teaching leveraging the digital platform. Now, following the death of Somtochukwu Maduagu, whose life was cut short at her prime recently, the management of the Radio, Television, Theatre and Arts Workers Union, RATAO, paid a condolence visit to Arise News Television. Elizabeth Omori reports that Director of Corporate Affairs, Arise News Television, Chris Isiguzo, received members of the RATAO on behalf of the Chairman, Arise News Channel, Nduka Oba Igbena.
People who were part of this tragedy, who perpetrated this heinous crime against humanity, they must be fished out.
President RATAO Emeka Kalu, while commiserating with the staff of the media outfit, emphasized the need for greater protection and security measures to prevent such tragic incidents.
Say something, do something, mantra approach. So let's all get involved in this. When you see people of questionable character around your neighborhood, please report them. report them. And we continue to be on the toes of the government to ensure, and the security agents, to ensure that they have round-the-clock surveillance.
Somto Chukwu, 29, was one of the promising on-air personalities of Arise News Channel and first gained recognition in 2023 as the runner-up in the 11th edition of Miss Tourism Nigeria. She died on the 29th of September 2025 following an armed robbery at her residence in the Katampe area of the FCT. And that concludes the news at 11 on NTA News 24. Thanks for sharing your time with us. I'm Zenret Dingmon.